Hello, 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 folks. Welcome to the Hello World podcasting with Magdalena. How is everybody doing? Listen, thanks for tuning in and welcome to my channel. As always, for those who are new, I just wanted to let you know my podcasting is about personal growth, figuring out who the heck we are in this process called life. And in the meantime, I use actually astrology as a GPS and to figure out, what to expect, what's going on ahead of us, and kind of have some idea how to navigate through these intensive times. So, as always, I just wanted to first welcome you and ask you how you're handling these incredible intense and potent energies. Especially, we just had yesterday a full moon in Taurus. So I was really trying to keep low profile, low key, because I just did not want to kind of run in those incredible, intense, destructive energies. I'm sure most of you can feel the intensity, and for a lot of people it's very difficult actually even to handle these energies, because look, as we are kind of going, moving through the astrology signs, every sign is much more intense than the sign before. Okay, before we go into the you know podcasting, I always like to kind of figure out where the planets are or give us some idea and just go from there. Okay, we have a sun in Scorpio, moon is still in Taurus, and Mercury is in Libra, retrograde, and Venus is also in Libra. Did you actually feel the change of the energy maybe beginning of Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah, I realized, I said, oh my God, it was so, different until I checked out my, charts and say, oh, okay, Mercury and Venus moved into Libra. So it kind of gives you a little, um, uh, getting a little off the edge, if you wanted to call it. Mars is in Aries, retrograde. Jupiter's in Capricorn, Saturn is in Capricorn, Uranus is in Taurus retrograde. So it was, was next to the full moon, in the same sign. So this is one of the reasons it was very intense. Neptune is in Pisces retrograde. Yeah, we are dealing with a lot of illusion, folks. A lot of stuff is coming to the surface, showing us what is and what is not. Pluto is in Capricorn, Chiron is retrograde in Aries, Gemini, not in Gemini, retrograde in True Lilith is in Taurus. Holy crap. She was yesterday in Aries. Okay, that makes sense. Even more the intensity of this lunar constellation last night. And on the top of everything, we have so-called blue moon and we had Halloween. So, welcome to the confused world. So, let me just kind of try to figure out, how can I actually represent the best way and the shortest way. It should not be always, complicated, but give people some idea, how to navigate through these times. So, what I was really dealing right now in this couple of days in questioning actually, and as I'm listening to other people's too. Let me just add immediately. I am actually still not done. I was watching a Leo King astrology presidential. Leo King astrology presidential election prediction 2020 special. Folks, it's almost 5 hour video. It's freaking awesome. Leo King, what I really like about him when he's giving you the interpretation, he goes down to the core. He's staying neutral, and it just look like this is what I love about people who are doing this kind of work is that staying neutral, uh, because when somebody is pointing one direction or another direction, it is not up to us what choices will people do. This is why I always call astrology is not a prediction for me. It is just giving us the idea what to expect, and so let people make a decision here. And I think this is a pretty good segue to into the podcasting today. The reason why, because I was questioning that, let me see this. If the public would be more informed, do you think we would be in a different reality? So I really want you to ponder on this question. And the reason why I'm saying this, because what we are seeing right now, the world is so split. There is so much a division. It is unreal. We really kind of hit the almost to the peak of the um, what's the word, of this dualistic aspects, good versus bad, or positive versus negative, and you name it, whatever you want to call it. And especially what's really going on in the election right now here in US, it's just insane. And I am pretty disappointed in those folks who have a voice, who could share the information with the public, who could actually help to change what's really going on. And they are the worst in this entire world drama. I just call it drama right now, because to me this is more or less just a huge, huge movie play, and we are just actually the players in this whole scenario. I am disappointed about politicians who play the role. They know what's really going on, and instead to stand up for the humanity, they are really choosing money. That is just freaking heartbreaking. Okay. The worst, I would say, are the mainstream media, because they have a choice to actually report what's really going on, but they are really choosing to push the fear. And this is why, like I said, I went in this huge contemplation and asked myself, do I really think if the people would be more informed, that we would be in the different reality? Because many are right now actually, you know, day by day recognizing, wait a minute, something is off here. How could I got so misled? I mean, look at what's really going on. You can see split between families, between nation, between cities. I mean, mask people who are wearing masks, people who are not wearing masks, vaccination versus anti-vaccination, and all this whole thing. It is so devastating to me, because again goes back that people who were in charge, they knew what's really going on, and they were not willing to step up. The reason why I'm saying this, yeah, you can recognize I'm pretty upset. But anyway, I still wanted to share with you. We are not being told so many things, folks. For those of us who've been trying to bring some information to the public as much as we could before this whole censorship started to happen mega time on the social media. We were trying to bring the information, but you know what? We've been poo-pooed and told we are just a stupid conspiracy theorist. Well, great. Well, guess what? Look what are we facing right now today. And people are scrambling. And many are still not believing what the heck is going on, folks. Despite everything what's really going on, many are still not believing it. If I told you that this whole agenda was written, maybe started to be born maybe almost 30 to 50 years ago, they're planning for this for a long time. A look at the World Economic Forum. Just read the agenda. So the point is, to me, this whole thing is not even, it's a pandemic. It's a project. But if they would call it a project, it will be pissing off many people. So it's much easier to use this as a pandemic because to me that became a decoy. There's another things. Project Locksteps, blueprint for the 2020 pandemic. Check it out. I would just say don't check just Google. Go at different search engines because Google is not giving you anything more. They're really trying to hide so much. Another things, as I was just pulling some information out, I came across this global alternative investment conference focusing on the defining issue of our times. It will be the Greenwich Economic Forum 2020. And what are they trying to do about? Let me just read it to you. The 2020 GEF agenda will include the November 2020 US election, China new place in the world, and the coronavirus today and in 2021. Hello, folks. I'm not making that, let's say, crap up. It will be on the conference. What they are preparing in November from November 9 to November 11th. Yes. So these are the big heads who are actually making a decision for you and me and pretending that, you know, they don't have a solution. Sorry. So if you start to kind of go into the deeper picture here, you recognize that we are actually dealing with a much deeper picture. That these energies are actually serving somebody else. We would call them entities who are, oh man, I forgot to pull out the article from Carlo Castaneda about how these entities are actually ticing with human mind thoughts and playing with us. So yeah, check actually Carlo Castaneda work out. He has great stuff on the internet about these entities. So anyway, what I was trying to say with this is that these entities are using a human mind, human thoughts, energies, and create fear to keep us in the low vibration, folks. Because so long we are in fear, they are feeding on our energies. Another thing is what actually um, triggered me, I think on Thursday. Yes, I think Yes, I was listening to somebody, and all of a sudden, look, like I said, when it became clear to me that wait a minute, that there is a shift in energy, and when I recognized that, uh, what's the name?